Well, hello everybody to our very first video blog from Cycling Fusion. Gene Nacy here and Tom Scotto, my partner in crime. So we would like to keep folks apprised of what we're doing and how we are trying to realize the vision for the future of indoor cycling. And we just can't keep up with everything that's going on in blogging and all the social networks and everything we're trying to do, and it's just out of control sometimes. Yeah, sometimes, maybe more times than we'd like to admit, but so we thought a video blog may be a great way to do that. We know there's a lot of folks that have a vested interest in what we're doing. They want to see the whole industry, indoor cycling, just come up to the next level. And so this is our attempt to try to keep folks informed of our progress and how they can be a part of it and help really turn this thing to what we know it can be. Absolutely. So we'll start out with Tom will tell you a little bit about the first certification program or the workshop for level 1 cycling instructors that we developed the curriculum for, showed to a whole bunch of master instructors from the Heart Zones, Kaiser, Stage 5, Cycling Fusion group of master instructors, and we have recorded it, and it's being edited right now, and that was, what, now 3 weeks ago, Tom?
Yeah, that was 3 weeks ago. Yeah, so we've, that was quite a bit of recording. I think we did, 16 hours. At least I felt it was 16 hours in front of the camera that weekend. So
all right, we'll get at least 7 or 8.
Yeah, hopefully out of it. Yeah, there's about 4 hours of bloopers in there, I think, somewhere. But in addition to that, we've got the whole manual that we've been putting together, the Indoor Cycling Instructor Essentials Manual. So that's going through its final edits right now, and that coupled with the whole video and digital delivery of the workshop, I think is going to be definitely a new direction for indoor cycling and training for instructors.
Right, right. So they'll be in 1-hour segments. So when folks want to do the workshop online and take eventually the certification exam, they'll be able to do it at their own convenience. So that was actually filmed right prior to winter training starting, and it seemed like we prepared for that for about 3 months solid. Not just because of winter training, because we had done that here the last 3 years, but doing it live was a whole different ball game. Went better than we expected. Had an hour of lecture, an hour of bike time, and an hour of yoga time, and Tom flew in for that and was on the chat window.
That's right. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I appreciate everyone's comments, people that just came in to say hello, which was great. But there are also some great questions getting put out there as well, and some I was able to throw back to you as you were leading the lecture, and some I was able to answer directly online, and I think it was, again, another touch beyond what people are used to be able to not just watch something simulcasted, but to be able to interact with it and see your interaction, you know.
You're right. We have 4 remote sites that, you know, Denver, Texas, California, and Illinois. Yep. So, you know, we actually hit every time zone for the fitness centers as well as individuals, and we had probably over 100 that day because we opened up it for anyone just to check it out. So that was really good. The bandwidth was no problem. The volume was no problem. So that was a big relief to get that in the can, so to speak. Week 2 came. Now we started to get software together so folks who are in winter training can begin to track their workouts. And this is something we've been working on for months, Ride Journal, and it's a way to track your training load as well as your indoor and outdoor riding. Right. So there's been a lot of technology development. That was one of the first actual implementations, and so we got through a lot of different issues there, bugs and sign-ons and, you know, uploading data. First week, we're uploading Garmin and Timex. Now we're also doing Polar and another iPhone app that we have in the works that are using the Ant Plus protocol. So week 2, we also introduced Pilates as the cross-training. Yeah. So we had a full hour of Pilates, which left a few people sore, which was okay.
It's early season.
And I think that was your first time doing it at home, right?
Right. And yeah, I was sitting on my bike on the trainer, and I had the computer next to me, and
Truly multitasking.
Truly multitasking. Yeah. Well, what happened was that someone had started asking questions in the middle of the ride, so I had to get off the bike, and I said, I can't keep doing that. So I got a table, and then
Yeah. Leave it to Tom to MacGyver it, So that was week 2. A lot of progress there as well. And then Tom came back in for week 3. And actually, I turned over the floor to him so he could lead winter training.
Yeah, and that was fun. It was the first time that I had done a workshop where there was live participants in the room, but also, across the wire, so to speak. So it was definitely interesting to address everyone in the room, and then also get used to addressing people on the camera. It was definitely a lot of fun. I got some direction from our film crew.
Right.
Hey Tom, say hi to the people over here that are out there in St. Louis and the West Coast.
Well, the interesting thing was the first week we just had a film crew of 2, and let's just say it was a bit crazy. It was somewhat mayhem, and we didn't keep the segments to an hour, so we went over, and so sort of natural things to happen. Could have been worse on week 1. So we brought in a director for week 2, and it was so much better. So director just tells the other cameraman what to do, what shots to get. We are now at a 3-camera shoot. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, at least 3. We have the option to go to a 4th. We haven't needed it yet. But it really gives a lot of variety and allows us to really focus on what's important. And it's, I think, a lot more entertaining and a lot more interesting than a single camera. Some of the times that's the best you get from a live shoot on the internet. So I think that helped. So we're learning as we go. And in fact, this week was the first time we got our archives up within, I think I sent an email around 4:16. It was an hour and 20 minutes.
You were pretty excited about that.
Yes, I was. So folks that couldn't make that morning could do it the same day. And of course, we have, in fact, out in California, Leslie and Jennifer not only sold out their Saturday course, but they have a Sunday class as well, and they were all set to go with the archive. So that was nice progress as well. The other thing I wanted to let you know that we've been beginning to record actual classes. So a number of folks have taken Tom's class at either the ICI Pro Conference or in Boston. And or when he's done workshops and traveled, and now we're starting to get those recorded. And I think, how many have we done so far?
We've done 4, not including the one we recorded at ICI Pro. That would be 5.
Oh, okay, great. So those 4 were done here, and we're going to make sure that every time he comes in, we do at least 2 more. They're going to be of the 30-minute and so far they've been 30-minute and 45-minute for the foundations and the conditioning level class that we have for the roadmap, which is tiered. The 60-minute class is coming right now through winter training. Has been always 60 minutes. And in fact, this week.
So that makes 6 actually for me.
Ah, that's true. Because they are nice in chunks of 1 hour, so that even though it's part of winter training, folks are going to be able to watch it separately. And that leads us to the video library. We are really working hard to build a library of content. And we have quite a bit accumulated so far, but the library's not up yet because the website's being built. Right. And we have some folks coming in.
Absolutely, yeah. And I guess on the, is it the 19th? Mm-hmm. Sally Edwards.
Yes, Sally will be coming in to lead the lecture. And I'm not sure if she's going to ride with us. She'd probably do a little bit of riding with us, but she's definitely going to do the lecture.
Right. Yeah, I'd love to have her encourage us on a ride too, so that we can throw emails at her and see if we can get her to get excited about that. And then on the 26th, Jennifer Sage is coming out.
Right.
And we'll get her to not only do some winter training, but some rides as well.
Yeah, I think actually she's going to film 3 rides back to back, which she said she's up for it, so I'm sure she is.
Jennifer Sage.
Yeah, that's it. So she's going to film 3 rides, and then the next day she's going to do the lecture and teach the ride in winter training. So she should be pretty whipped by the end of that weekend. Yeah. So we'll get a good bit of that there, and we'll want to keep expanding the library. I'm sure she'll have a whole series of classes. I've started to record some, but it's a little more convenient for me, so I just do them as we can here. But we also have Amy McGowan will be coming in, and she'll be filming, I think, at least 4 classes. Wow. Leslie will be coming back. She's done some alignment stuff, and one of the cycling classes. We'll get some more from her. So, and we're starting to look into putting together a remote filming package that we can take on the road and film folks in their own home clubs. And some of that, though, is subject to what the clubs will allow us.
Right. There's a lot of legalities and permissions and stuff you have to get for that.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the bigger places where we'd like to go, the more bureaucracy. So that could be a little tough. But in the meantime, we'll get folks to come in here. We're flying them in, trying to bring in the best talent. And so part of why we wanted to do this is to let folks know, hey, if you really know of a phenomenal instructor that sort of sees what we see in the value of the combination of indoor and outdoor cycling and solid in their foundations and teaching methodologies, let us know about them so we can chat with them. And they don't have to be a pure Cycling Fusion certified instructor. We are still just building the indoor program, and we know there's a lot of fine instructors out there that really have good technique and good form and that we would want to put on our library. So
Absolutely.
So anything else we should talk about before we wrap it up? How about upcoming video blogs?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, that's right. We're obviously, since you're watching this video, you're already on our video blog site. And you can take a look. You can hit that little categories menu, and it drops down, and you can see some of the categories we have. We'll have a category on the Cycling Fusion University, so you'll be able to keep in touch with the different educational things that we're putting together, the digital classes as well as workshops and such. We'll have some fun sections like the Coach's Corner. We'll probably go back and forth on different topics. I know I'm going to do some fun stuff, maybe even with the what do you call those? A webcam.
Oh yeah, helmet cam. Yep.
Helmet cam. So hopefully nothing too catastrophic there. But,
Right. Let's hope.
try to keep it safe, and we'll also have different updates on the software as it comes out, the mobile apps. So there'll be quite a bit posted out there.
Right. And in fact, that reminds me that we're trying to put a large ride together. Not ride. We're trying to put together a tour through Spain, and that's going to be for Global Ride filming. As you know, Global Ride takes a different country every year. And last year we were in France. That's actually in editing right now. And we are planning to go to Spain in May, and we want folks to come with us. We're going to use Ciclismo Classico, who is an outstanding tour group. They really know how to plan it, the route, places to stay, the restaurants, everything. But the first 2 days we're going to film for Global Ride so we can get our 3 DVD series that we do every year. And so if folks want to have a real nice record of their epic trip, that'll be coming up sometime in May. In fact, Tom put a nice page together that we'll be posting soon.
Sure.
And so in looking at us here, and you see you have a Stage 5 logo and a Global Ride and a Cycling Fusion. It takes a community,
Yes.
of cycling fanatics to build Cycling Fusion and on the things we're trying to do here. We're going to continue to do as much virtual cycling as we can. We're hoping that we can get folks like Alan and Jones over at Epic that might join in with us, and Marcus from Cycling Film. I've been talking with him, and possibly the folks from Endurance. Whoever produces virtual cycling DVDs or film, we'd like to put that in the library and give folks access to it. And of course, Stage 5, we want to continue to have a competitive arm to what we're doing so that we really span the gap. That's why we are focused on 30-minute classes for beginners all the way up to having the teams plan in whatever cities we can for through Stage 5. So
Right. We'll probably film some cycling clinics as well. So if you have or have some friends that are outdoor, hardcore, competitive cyclists, there'll be some material out there that'll really keep them interested.
Right. So hopefully this is they're not going to be this long in the future, our video blogs. This is just the start, but
That's our promise, right?
yeah, that is our promise. Tom will be set up in Boston. I'll be set up here. We'll do 2-3 minutes, hopefully at least once a week. So stay tuned, and more good stuff to come.
Absolutely.